Alright guys, this one is about defining variables. So I'm going to do that through the context of our pool problem, where we had a sum size pool and we wanted to know how many orange tiles would line the outside of that pool. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. So first I'm just going to give a quick recap just to remind us what it was. So first, let's say we have this 10 by 10 pool here. And you can tell the 10 by 10 pool because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 going this way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 going this way. So this is a 10 by 10 pool, all right? So a lot of you guys, the most common way to think about this was, well, this is gonna be one stack of 10 tiles right here. This is gonna be 10, all right? And then I have another one over here, stack of 10. And then when you get to the sides, well, you've already counted these corners here. You've already counted those. So then you have this kind of row of 8 tiles right here, and this row of 8 right here, all right? And then you just add them up. So what most of you guys decided to do was just say, well, 10 plus 10 is 20. And then a separate problem over here would be 8 plus 8 is 16. And then you just add 20 plus 16 and you get 36. So that's how most of you decided to go about this. No matter how big the pool got, this is the method that most of you used, all right? Well, let's try to just use that same method to do the n by n, all right? Because this is where the defining variables part comes in. So if I have an n by n pool, it's still gonna be the same deal as a 10 by 10, all right? But instead of 10, I put n. And this is just going to define any size pool, right? So no matter what size pool I choose, I'm going to have a stack of n right here, of n size, and then a stack of n right here. So if it was 10, I'd have a stack of 10, I had a stack of 10. If it was 14, I'd have a stack of 14, a stack of 14. If it was 257, I'd have a stack of 257 and a stack of 257. And then I'm gonna have to cross out these corners after I count those. And then I'm gonna have 2 less because these 2 are no longer in this row. So then the rows are gonna have whatever n minus 2 is twice. So most of you went about it doing like this. And then here's where the defining variables comes part in. N is defined for you. It's the size of the pool. It's whatever this length is, all right? So we're gonna keep n how it is. But some of y'all decided to do this, where you would say, okay, well, I'm gonna do n plus n, and that equals, we'll say x. And then I'm gonna do n minus 2 and n minus 2, and I'm gonna call that m, all right? So m plus m, and that's gonna be y. And then I'm gonna do x plus y, and that's gonna be my answer. So we'll just call that z, all right? And that's all well and good. But here's my thing, and this is why it's important to define variables. If I was just looking on this problem, and I didn't know that, like I had never seen it before, then I would have no idea what m was. I would know what x is because I know that n times n is the size of the pool, so I would know that n plus n is x. So I can figure out what x is if I know what n is. But I don't know what m is because it never really says anywhere in here. And that's what I mean by defining the variables, all right? So we could write just over here to the side, we could say that m equals n minus 2. And now it's possible to derive what m is. But if you don't do this, if you don't define your variables, then it's impossible because all the other ones are defined. This one is defined, y is defined as long as this one is, and then z is defined by whatever x plus y is. But if you don't tell me what m is, then it's impossible to complete this problem if you've never seen it before. So that it's important to define your variables so that me, the teacher, and also anybody else that wants to look upon the problem can kind of follow your line of thinking, because we're not mind readers. Teachers alike, all those people, nobody can read your mind. So you have to tell everybody what any variable is. So n is given to you. It's defined what x is through n plus n. But if you want to include m, then you're going to have to do a thing like this where you tell me what m equals.